If you are watching this video right now, I want you to pause for a second and think. Not about money, not about stocks, not about charts. Think about why you clicked this video. Maybe you're tired of working hard and still feeling stuck. Maybe you see others talking about stocks, investing, and financial freedom, and you feel left behind. Maybe you've heard stories of people making money in the market, but you're scared of losing your own. Or maybe, deep inside, you know something important. Your current income alone will never give you the life you want. If any of this feels real to you, then this series is for you. Welcome to episode 1 of the most honest, practical, and complete stock market learning journey, from absolute beginner to expert level. This is not a get-rich-quick channel. This is not gambling. This is not fake motivation. This is real knowledge, built step by step. And by the end of this 45-episode series, you will not just understand the stock market, you will understand money itself. Why most people never win in the stock market. Let me tell you something uncomfortable but true. Most people lose money in the stock market not because the market is dangerous, but because they enter it without understanding it. They follow tips, they copy others, they chase fast profits. They buy when everyone is excited, they sell when everyone is scared. And then they say, the stock market is risky. No, ignorance is risky. The stock market is simply a system that transfers money from the impatient to the patient, from the emotional to the disciplined, from the unprepared to the educated. In this series, you will move to the right side of that system. What the stock market really is. Let's remove the confusion. The stock market is not a casino. It is not a scam. It is not only for rich people. The stock market is a place where ownership is bought and sold. When you buy a stock, you are not buying a number on a screen. You are buying a piece of a real business, a company that sells products, provides services, earns revenue, makes profit, grows over time. When that business grows, your ownership becomes more valuable. That is the foundation. Everything else comes later. Why the rich get richer using stocks. Have you ever noticed something strange? Rich people don't work more hours than you. They don't struggle more than you. Yet their money grows faster. Why? Because they understand one rule. Money must work harder than humans. When you work, your income stops when you stop. When money works, it never sleeps. The stock market is one of the most powerful tools ever created to make money work for you. Not through luck, through ownership and time. The biggest lie about the stock market. Here's the biggest lie people believe. You need a lot of money to start investing. Wrong. You need knowledge, not a large bank balance. Small money with correct knowledge grows. Big money with no knowledge disappears. In this series, we focus on building your thinking first, because once your thinking changes, money follows. Why this series is different? Let me be clear. This is not a random collection of videos. This is a structured education system. Each episode builds on the previous one. Nothing is repeated, nothing is skipped, nothing is assumed. We will cover how markets actually work, how institutions think, how risk is managed, how emotions destroy portfolios, how professionals make decisions, how beginners become consistent investors. By the end, you will not just understand the stock market, you will understand money itself. The two types of people in the market. Everyone in the stock market falls into one of these two groups. Group 1, participants. They react, they follow trends, they chase price movements, they panic during crashes, they celebrate during bubbles. They are always late. Group 2, owners. They analyze, they plan, they buy with conviction, they understand value, they think long-term, they build wealth quietly. This series trains you to become an owner, not a participant. Fear, greed, and why emotions matter. The stock market is not just numbers. It is human psychology displayed on a screen. Every price move is driven by fear, greed, hope, uncertainty. Charts are emotional graphs. Most people lose because they never control their emotions. Before learning strategies, before learning analysis, before learning profits, you must understand yourself. And that starts now. What success in the stock market really looks like. Let me redefine success for you. Success is not doubling money overnight. Success is not predicting every move. Success is not bragging screenshots. Success is consistency, discipline, risk control, patience, clarity. A successful investor sleeps peacefully at night. That is the goal. Why time is your greatest advantage? If you are young, you have something priceless: time. Time allows compounding, recovery from mistakes, learning without pressure. Even if you are starting late, understanding time helps you plan smarter. The stock market rewards those who stay, not those who rush. The difference between investing and trading. This is important. Many beginners confuse these two. Investing is about business value, long-term growth, ownership. Trading is about price movement, timing, short-term decisions. Both are skills, both require education, both require discipline. In this series, you will learn both step by step without confusion. Why most advice online is dangerous. Be careful who you listen to. Anyone can show profits. Few show losses. Fewer show process. Real market education is slow, boring, and detailed. That's why most people avoid it, but that's also why very few win consistently. If you stay through this entire series, you are already ahead of 90% of people. What you will learn next. In the next episode, we will break a critical myth: how stock prices actually move and who controls them. You will understand why prices rise and fall, the role of institutions, why news is usually late, how beginners are trapped. This knowledge changes everything. A promise to you. I promise you 3 things in this series: no fake hype, no shortcuts, no misleading information. Only facts, only logic, only experience-based understanding. If you give me your attention, I will give you clarity. If you're serious about your future, if you are tired of guessing, if you want control over your financial decisions, if you want to understand money at a deeper level, then do this now. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, not for the algorithm, but for your commitment. Because once you start this journey, stopping halfway is the only real loss. Final thought. The stock market doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care about your job. It doesn't care about your past mistakes. It only rewards preparation, patience, discipline. And that journey starts here. This was episode 1. I'll see you in episode 2, where we go deeper, much deeper.
Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe our channel to get more like this videos.